So what's good? If you're watching this video, you're into crypto or, navigating the crypto space. And lately I've been seeing a whole bunch of people talking about how they have lost a ton of money, 40,000, 60,000, lost all their savings, lost just a good amount of money. And it's just because I've been seeing the way people navigate this crypto space. I've been documenting my journey since the beginning of 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, and I record day-to-day videos to give you guys the consensus of what's going on in the market, specific indicators to focus on, and just, an actual retail trader, how you guys can navigate the space, because I know it's difficult. And I've been seeing a whole bunch of stories of people, navigating the space either in previous cycles or just starting in this cycle, and they've already lost everything. They lost a ton of money, and actually we're just getting started. Everything is just about to rip based off of how liquidity is shifting in the markets with Bitcoin, with altcoins. I mean, someone like me, I'm not a super experienced trader. I'm an intermediate trader, but I keep up with the day-to-day events, follow specific, analysts, marketers, and actually figure out what's going on in the markets and where liquidity is shifting towards so that I can make those crazy gains. I have a decent portfolio. I have not lost. I have made some losses throughout this bull run, but overall I'm up top right now. And this is my first actual cycle of running through everything. I see a lot of people talking about how your first cycle is to learn. The second cycle is where you actually start to play. Third cycle is where you make that generational wealth. And me, I think I'm different just because I'm doing the day-to-day events, keeping up with all of it, knowing where I lose, knowing where I win, capitalizing on that, and just steering away from my failures. But I've been seeing a general consensus with everyone that fails in the markets, and then pretty much how everyone responds to these people in their comment section, the things that they say. And how it starts for the general investor is they jump into the safe coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and then they start to make a little bit of money. And from there, depending on the sources of information that they have, this is where it's really important to follow the correct people. They start to jump into different investments, and this is where altcoins start to come into play, rather than a lot of the larger cap coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and the rest of them. But this is where people start to jump into micro caps. They make even more money, and then start to jump even to smaller coins like meme coins, which this whole cycle has been a meme rally. This is where I see a ton of people lose their money jumping into meme coins. And someone like me, I play with meme coins, but I have a long-term portfolio and a short-term portfolio. You need to understand the difference between that. You can't mix the two or you'll lose everything. And that's where I'm continuing with the consensus of what I see, guys. Everyone starts to get into those high volatility assets because they want to make a ton of money, and they round trip everything that they made. Usually a lot of people make a ton of money, and then from making all the money, then they just lose everything just because they, one, don't have the discipline to actually take that risk off the table, and then on top of that as well, funnel into proper assets that are actually going to produce something well, as opposed to super volatile assets like meme coins. It's really crazy to see how much people lose, how much money they lose. And on this YouTube channel, I've been documenting my day-to-day events from the start of this year, guys, where I made a good amount of money, and I also lost a lot of money. I had a wallet liquidated. I jumped from multiple other coins, gaming, AI, meme, and I just been trying to educate everybody on it. And my YouTube channel doesn't get as much light as I really think it should get. I think a lot of people could benefit from seeing someone like me, an actual person working a 9-to-5, still having to keep up with the markets, navigating through the perspectives and the sentiment and everything that's going on in the space and the news events, and then from there actually focusing on what matters and giving you guys that information. And I see a lot of people, they start to get a taste of the crypto markets, they start making a good amount of money, and then they just lose sight of everything that they were trying to do, and then they get wrecked, they get shreked, and then that's it. We have videos like this where people are losing 40,000, losing 60,000. And, it's really crazy. You see these videos get a crazy amount of views. And it's just because of the story behind it. And then it goes into the comment section behind what people start to say to these people. They say, don't take on these risky assets. This isn't what you should be doing. You should be jumping into Ethereum and Bitcoin, putting into a cold storage and not worrying about it. And from there taking, those specific wins out, but only focusing on the top coins, the major coins, the large caps. And for me, guys, I've been making all the crazy gains in altcoins, but also lost a lot of money in altcoins. And that's why on this YouTube channel, I always say none of this is financial advice. Anything you watch from anybody in crypto or anything regarding money should not be financial advice, guys, especially the crypto markets. Just because this space is very, very brand new and navigating it is very difficult if you don't know what's going on. That's why keeping up with the day-to-day events is super important, and following key sources of information is also super, super crucial, which I'm realizing how important that is. I'm gonna make a whole nother video on people that I think you should really follow, you know, when to take things as a grain of salt, and you know, from there come to your own conclusions. But I'm seeing a lot of people right now, guys, that's it. They lost, and they're not being able to play in the markets anymore just because they lost everything from playing in high volatile positions, getting out of those, you know, actual good assets, and just losing sight of their validation and what they wanted to produce. That's why with me, I already have a goal of what I want to do. I'm investing in specific coins, mainly in the AI sector. This is my crypto portfolio, guys. It's sitting quite nicely, even though everything is down right now. I'm up about like a 3x from my initial investment. But, you know, right now is still the calm before the storm. And if you aren't aware of how liquidity shifts in the market, how things actually work, then you don't know what's going on, and you have people like this that are just getting completely demolished. And you know, I think it's really great that they share these videos because it educates a lot of different people, but it also gets people, you know, I guess intertwined in their brain about altcoins and, you know, the large caps and just how to navigate the space. I think if you know, have those large cap positions, on top of that, have a little bit of dabbling in the altcoins, but also look for proper validation with proper, you know, communities, as well as actual projects that are building real technology for Web3, whether that be an AI, Web3 gaming, RWA. There's multiple different sectors, guys, but this is where you have to expand your expertise. I'm understanding that, you know, a lot of people are getting wrecked just because they don't have that knowledge. They make a good amount of money and they aren't disciplined enough, and then as a result, they lose everything that they have. And in this YouTube channel, I plan to teach you guys how to navigate the space, the specific altcoins to focus on, how liquidity shifts in the markets based off of indicators around Bitcoin and altcoins. And then on top of that, whenever I plan to sell, whenever I plan to liquidate my portfolio and make those gains. Anyone that's investing in crypto, guys, they plan to make a lot of money. Anyone that invests in crypto is not getting in it for, you know, oh, I'm in it for the technology, and I'm in it for, you know, the good vibes and the friends and the relationships. And while some people are here for the long term, the 1%ers, the 2%ers, the rest of us are here to make a lot of money. And while I am super bullish on the technology that is going to be coming out from multiple different companies that I'm investing in, as well as a lot more that I'm not investing in, I'm also going to be taking a lot of profit, selling about 80% of my bags whenever the markets are at their peak. And I plan to teach you guys how I'm doing that, the day-to-day events that I'm taking, my specific, you know, sentiment around the markets, and everything else in between. But that's why it's really, really key, guys. I coined this term. I hope no one else said it, but it's my term. I say it's worth more to be aware than to be knowledgeable. And it's just because if you're aware, guys, of multiple different things, how liquidity shifts, specific, you know, sentiment around the markets, and just how you should navigate the space, you're going to be much more aware than somebody that is just trying to be knowledgeable, you see what I'm saying, about a specific thing. And I think this is where you got to, you know, intertwine that knowledge with being aware. I know a lot of people are going to come at me with that saying, but I've realized that throughout this whole cycle, the people that made the most money was the people that were aware of the, you know, actual value that was there before everyone else was. And it wasn't too much about knowledge, it was more just being aware about the opportunity that was presenting itself. And right now, I know a lot of people have been getting wrecked. I know a lot of y'all are just getting started, which is awesome. Well, right now, we're about to see altcoin season begin based off of the indicators around the Bitcoin dominance, the total 2 chart, as well as the ETH and Bitcoin chart, as well as Tether dominance, and a few other indicators that we've been following on this YouTube channel. If you guys are new to my channel, go to check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on specific indicators and charts you need to know so that you understand how liquidity moves in the market when altcoins are getting squeezed and Bitcoin is going up, as well as whenever altcoin season is going to begin. Right now, it's really sad to see a lot of people losing their money, and then also seeing the people talk about, you know, what beginners need to do, just because a lot of investors are going to invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and while they are going to make gains, they're missing out on the potential that altcoins have. This is where people make generational wealth by positioning themselves correctly, and I hopefully plan to be one of those people. But that's why I have this YouTube channel, to document it, to show everybody what's possible. And I shoot videos on the day-to-day while doing my 9 to 5, still learning the markets and getting more into it. And I want to go full-time into just documenting my journey as an entrepreneur, crypto trading, and then overall teach everyone how they can do it as well. But right now, guys, is really the time to learn, understand what's going on. Really focus on specific people that are actually going to give you real information on the markets, not just, you know, their own opinion, actual facts, actual numbers that are pointing to the fact where everything is going. That's what I give you guys on this YouTube channel, a mix of that and my own personal opinion. But guys, that's pretty much my opinion on what's currently going on and why most people lose in the crypto markets, why people are losing, and then from there the different perspectives on why people limit themselves pretty much with just the large caps as opposed to altcoins, just because they don't know how to navigate altcoins correctly. But if you're new to my channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of my content. Let me know what you guys think of my perspective as well. This is my first cycle. I'm making some crazy gains. People would talk otherwise as opposed to a lot of the investments that I've been making. But you know, that's the whole point of this YouTube channel, to show everyone what's possible against the whole grain, against everybody that is saying otherwise. But you know, learn how to navigate the space, guys. Watch these videos, you know, the ones that are also with people losing money, and just kind of get your consensus and understanding of why this happens, and hopefully you can, you know, avoid all of these mistakes. But that's pretty much my opinion, guys, on why everyone is losing right now, and really everything is just getting started. But I'm gonna keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events. It's really sad to see everyone losing a lot of money, but I'm gonna keep on making that money. I'm still making money, and I'm gonna keep on showing you guys how you can focus on specific altcoin sectors, as well as whenever liquidity is shifting, so you don't get so scared whenever altcoins are getting squeezed or Bitcoin is shooting through the roof or even crashing. But new to the channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of my content and my perspective, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.